Yo, what's up? Kobe Dick. Come to the hang and chill out with P. Roach. Rock and roll. I mean, like, being part of the Warped Tour is, like, probably one of the best experiences we could have ever had. Because we got offered Ozfest also, and we also got offered Warped Tour. And we were like, you know what, let's go on Warped Tour. Because, you know, we're, like, punk rock fans. We love punk rock music, you know. And, I mean, I think if we went on Ozfest, we kind of just would have been, like, you know, the same old, you know, we kind of wouldn't have stuck out as much as we did on the Warped Tour. And we made so many good friends on that tour. We made friends with Snapcase, NoFX, you know, Green Day. Every day playing with a band, Green Day, you know, that, like, has sold I don't know how many zillions of records, you know. It's, like, crazy to share a stage when we're just, like, these young bucks going, hey, we're P. Roach. Let's go, welcome to the party or whatever. And, I mean, in a way, we thought it would be intimidating, but then we just got up there, we're like, you know, there's no reason to be intimidated, you know, because we bring it live every time, you know. So we are, you know, we're confident. We don't feel that we're, like, cocky, but we're, like, confident and we believe in what we got. So we just get up there and just, you know, snap necks every day. And that was, like, a good experience for us. And I think, like, a lot of the bands, too, kind of expected us to be, like, you know, oh, these are the new kids on the block. Maybe they're going to be pricks or something. But I actually, like, found out we were, like, really down to earth. Songs like Last Resort's about one of my best friends I grew up with. He was my roommate through the end of high school. We moved out together. It was just me and him alone in the house. And he's a real deep thinker kind of person, you know. And went through this bad situation with a female, went into a downward spiral within himself and, like, deep depression, you know. And, like, that song's just straight up about him, you know. And I was there, like, through the whole situation. It was probably one of the worst experiences, you know, of my life. To me, like, I get free clothes, I get free Dickies, you know, and I get, you know, my free Adidas shoes. And, like, to me, like, I'm not really, like, my whole focus right now as a person is just, like, rock and roll shows, you know. That's, like, where all my energy is putting forth, you know. And as far as, like, money and all that, you know, I don't know. Like, when it comes, I'll deal with it, you know. But right now, like, that's not my focus. We were on the Warped Tour, and it was in Anaheim at the pond, and we're rocking out, and I smell something burning, and then I see something burning. I look up. People are, like, taking the trash cans, dumping them out, and starting, like, bonfires while we were playing. I'm like, that's punk rock. You know what I'm saying? What else happened? What's some cool stuff? Oh, we on my birthday, like, a week ago, Brian from Korn, Mike Borden, the guy who was backing up my whole band, and, like, a couple of the security guards for Korn. It was my birthday, and they're like, oh, it's Kobe's birthday, you know, so I'm on stage waiting for something, whole show. And I'm like, at the end of the show, I'm like, oh, it's all good. I'm like, thanks a lot, you guys, you know, you guys rock, peace. Turn around, dude, like 15 cream pies, like, in front of the whole place. I'm, like, covered in whipped cream in front of, like, everybody, so that was pretty fun.
When the Warped Tour was booked, you know, our record hadn't come out yet, so nobody knew what was going to happen. But they had us mostly on the side stage for the whole tour. And our record label got wind of this when the tour started, and they just pitched a fit and said, oh, our band's selling more records than all the other bands on the tour combined, and you should have them headlining every show. And we're just like, you know, we don't care. We'll just play on the side stage. It doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, most of it is Jacoby's life, you know. Binge, he went through a period of severe alcoholism, you know, and he was hanging around with some people that were just kind of didn't care about anything. They were just mad at the world. So, and he just kind of absorbed that attitude, and you know, we had to finally sit him down and say, look, this isn't good. You need to stop this, you know. And then there's Broken Home, which is about divorce and him dealing with that. And, you know, I'm sure he filled you in on all of the meanings of the songs, but most of them are personal experience or just observation, close observation on his part. We find our happiness in each other's company, and in the company of our fans, our fans and our friends and our family. So I mean, you know, we kind of making it a rule that we need to all stay in a pretty reasonable proximity, and you know, we've kind of been able to do that. And being that, you know, to go back to liking Northern California, I don't think we're gonna go anywhere, but yeah, I don't see us, you know, really changing as people, and kind of, you know, I know a lot of bands kind of distance themselves from each other, but we're more brothers than we are bandmates. We played in this club in Toledo, Ohio, and I think it was probably like a 500-seater, and I think they put 800 people in there, and there was no ventilation, and they didn't let people open the doors, and it was just, there's sweat dripping from the ceiling, and it was just, we could only play 6 songs. We had to stop early. People were glad that we did. We're like, look, we're not going to subject you to any more. We're done. Thanks for coming. Get outside, get some air.